From among the thousands and thousands of young women all over America who entered the Miss USA competitions, the number now is down to 5, and one of those 5 will wear the title Miss USA. Which 5 will it be? Well, you can compare your choices with those of our judges right now, and you folks at home will instantly be able to see the final composite score each contestant received. Now, may I have the computer results, please, Mr. Wagner? Thank you. Good luck, semifinalists. We're going to name the 5 finalists right now. The first name on the list is Miss Louisiana. You will see her composite score, and I will call upon Miss California. The next name on the list is Miss Ohio. Finalist number 4, ladies and gentlemen, is Miss Hawaii. And now the last name on the list of 5 finalists. That last name is Miss Indiana. Congratulations, finalists. One of you 5 young ladies will be in New York this July to carry the title of Miss USA in the Miss Universe pageant.
Now we have reached the closing stages of our search for the new Miss USA, and you can really feel the tension starting to build here in the Coliseum. Previous scores decided who would get this far. Those scores, which you just saw, have been wiped out, and right now all 5 finalists are even. The decision is in the hands of the judges, who will be guided in part by how each contestant answers the question she's about to be asked. The voting again will be done by computer. Bob?
Thank you, Alki. I am now going to ask each of our 5 finalists the same question. While they're giving their spontaneous and unrehearsed answers, the judges will continue their evaluation of our contestants, one of whom will be the new Miss USA. While waiting their turn to be asked the question, our contestants will remain in a completely soundproof isolation booth where they will be unable to hear anything that is said here on stage. Now, Miss Louisiana, would you step right down here, please? We'll begin with you. And would you 4 step into the isolation booth back here, please? Barbara Peterson, our Miss USA of 1976, will help them into the isolation booth. She will close the door. And Miss Louisiana, your question is, your sister or best friend has been chosen for the 1982 Miss USA pageant, and she comes to you for advice. What would you tell her?
First of all, I would tell her to try her best to be very natural, very spontaneous, and most of all, very honest, because I think the judges need a very honest person of true integrity.
And maybe bring her brother Perry along. Thank you, Miss Louisiana. Right over there, will you please? Now, Miss Hawaii. Miss Hawaii, would you step out here? There you are. Miss Hawaii, the question is, your sister or best friend has been chosen for the 1982 Miss USA pageant, and she comes to you for advice. What would you tell her?
I'd tell her, keep smiling, be yourself, and do your best.
Very good. Would you step right over here, please? And now, Miss California. Miss California out here. Miss California, the question I'm asking is, your sister or best friend has been chosen for the 1982 Miss USA pageant, and she comes to you for advice. What would you tell her?
Well, this is a perfect situation because I have a younger sister that probably will be in Miss California next year. I would say just enjoy yourself like I have and gain the friendships and have fun.
Very good. Miss California, right here, please. And Miss Ohio. Now, Miss Ohio, the question is, your sister or best friend has been chosen for the 1982 Miss USA pageant, and she comes to you for advice. What would you tell her?
First of all, I tell her just number one, most importantly, be yourself. I think that's the most important thing. And if, you don't fit the shoe, then I'm sure somebody else does. But most importantly, be yourself. I think that's most important.
All right, Miss Ohio, right here, please. And Miss Indiana, would you step out here with me? A question that I have asked the other four young ladies is, your sister or best friend has been chosen for the 1982 Miss USA pageant, and she comes to you for advice. What would you tell her?
I would just tell her to go into the pageant with a very positive and open mind, and to be open to very many suggestions, whether it's critical or favorable, because there's always people there to help you. And that it's a fantastic opportunity and an excellent experience, and that she should just enjoy it and have fun and be there to make friends.
Thank you, Miss Indiana. Right there. We've now moved a little closer to finding out who will be the next Miss USA.
The current Miss USA, Janine Ford, is from Arizona. And as you can clearly tell by my accent, I am from California. And we both have been very impressed with the beauty and tradition of Mississippi. Now, Janine took a quick aerial trip around the state, and we're going to share it with her right now if you want to. Have a look.
Thank you, Elkie. It's yours in Mississippi is an advertising slogan used here in Mississippi, the hospitality state. As you're about to see, several musical forms have their roots in this state and have become the foundation of American music today. Mississippi is one of the great agricultural states. Chief among its crops is cotton. And something else that grew in Mississippi was music, all kinds of music. Here at the Floorwood River Plantation, located in Greenwood, we've stopped to listen to what they call the Delta Blues. The music that moved up the Mississippi and branched off to become the American art form known the world over as jazz.
On your door. Out here the strange voice said, "Get away, you can't come in here no more," but that's all right. I know you love some other man, woman, but that's all right. Every now and again I wonder, who gonna love you tonight? Oh, yes I do, baby.
This museum, located here in Meridian, is dedicated to a native of Meridian, America's blue yodeler, the singing brakeman, and the father of country music, Jimmy Rogers.
Oh, I had to quit railroading. We didn't agree at all. There was always something wrong with the Southern Cannonball. Yodelee, yodelee, yodelee.
In 1978, when the government started honoring performing artists on postage stamps, Jimmy Rogers was the first one to be selected. While Jimmy Rogers is the father of country music, the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley, was born in 1935 in this house, located here in Tupelo. The blues and country music inspired Elvis to develop his own unique musical style, which took on such strength that he dominated a special part of the musical world. He was known to everyone, everywhere, by just his first name.